The final bell echoed through the halls of Oak Ridge High School. For most students, it was the beginning of summer. For Abraham Jarvis, it was the end of a chapter. For 40 years, he had stood in this classroom, teaching lessons, answering questions, guiding young minds toward their future. Now, the desks sat empty. The room that had once been filled with voices and laughter was silent. Abraham looked across the classroom one last time. Every desk held a memory. Every corner carried a story. Then, with a quiet sigh, he placed a single piece of chalk into the tray beneath the chalkboard. A small gesture, but one that marked the end of a lifetime of teaching. Weeks passed. Each morning, Abraham sat on his porch with a cup of coffee. The days were quiet. The streets were calm. There were no lesson plans to prepare. No students waiting outside his classroom. For the first time in 40 years, he had nowhere he needed to be. And yet, something felt missing. That evening, Abraham sat alone in his study. A photo album rested on the desk before him. Inside were decades of memories. Class photos, school events, students whose faces he could still remember. As he turned each page, the years seemed to come alive once again. A few days later, the silence was interrupted. The telephone rang. Abraham looked at it for a moment. Hardly anyone called anymore. Curious, he picked up the receiver. What he heard next would change everything. Saturday arrived. Abraham wasn't sure what to expect. The invitation had seemed unusual. Yet something about Elara's voice convinced him to come. As he stood before the grand hall, he took a deep breath. Then he stepped toward the entrance. As Abraham stepped inside, he couldn't believe what he was seeing. The room was filled with former students. People whose lives had crossed his classroom over 4 decades. Doctors, entrepreneurs, parents, leaders. One by one, they shared stories of how a teacher's encouragement had changed the course of their lives. For years, Abraham believed he had simply been teaching history. But standing before that crowd, he realised something far greater. The lessons he taught had lived on through the people he helped shape. And in that moment, he understood that his greatest legacy was never a lesson plan. It was the lives he had touched along the way. Abraham Jarvis thought his story was ending. But sometimes, the impact we make is invisible until years later. If this story inspired you, remember this. The lives you touch today may become your greatest legacy tomorrow. Thank you for watching Storytime with Azu. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications for more inspiring stories. And remember, one act of kindness, one lesson, one moment can change your life forever.